Hello, this is the generally approachable Sudoku for the 29th of March 2024. 28th of March 2024, sorry. It is Fast Thermo by Clover, featuring a ton of thermos over here that, although are very short, should give us quite a lot of information. These thermos do not follow regular thermo rules, so let's look at them. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so place the digits 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Each thermometer is a fast thermometer, and digits along thermometers must increase by starting from the round bulb. So every digit must be greater than a 1 before it. So maybe something like, this could be a valid thermo, Also, digits along thermometers must increase by at least 2 at each step. So every digit must be at least 2 greater than the previous one. So this, something like this could be valid. This is a valid thermometer because every digit is at least 2 greater than the last. However, something like this, well, let's actually choose a better example. Something like this would not be valid because the 4 and the 3 are differing by only 1. And so that's a fast thermo. And yeah, those are all the rules. So with that, let us just begin solving. Alright, let's start with, we can start with this, the 5 probably. Because that digit is at least a 7, because it must be at least 2 away from 5, and that digit is therefore at least a 9, because it must be 2 away from 7. And that is actually the most you can fit on a thermo, because after that, this cannot be any bigger. So it must just be 9, that must just be 7. So it is almost like a thermo, except you're fitting it in, having 2 at a time instead of 1. For the 3s also, the digit right below it cannot be a 2, because 2 is not 2 less than it, so it must just be a 1. And can we look at this 6? Yes, this digit must be greater than 6, but it has to be at least 2 greater, so it must be at least an 8, but it cannot be a 9, so it must just be an 8. This 5 actually is very similar to that 5 over there. This 5 must end 7, 9. I guess that digit then? Yes, that digit is greater than 5, right? Well, but in fact, because it's on a thermometer, it must be at least a 7. However, it can't be 7 or 9. Therefore, it has to be an 8. Cool. Actually, this 5 backwards is the same thing as 5 forwards on this thermo here. Because this is at least a 7, that's at least a 9, right? We can say that this, because this is a 5, this is at most a 3. It can't be bigger than 3, because that would fail. Because this is at most a 3, this is therefore at most a 1. Because if this is a 3, this has to be at least 2 less than it. And because this is at most a 1, it can only just be a 1, because it can't be any less either. So there you go. That digit is greater than 7, but cannot be just 1 greater, so it can't be 8, it's just a 9. We can even do that by regular thermal Sudoku anyway. But yes, this must be a 9. That leaves us with a triple here consisting of, I think, 2, 4, and 6. That digit, or it could be anything, but that digit particularly, well, those digits can't be 6 firstly by Sudoku. That places 6 here. But of course, by regular thermals, digits must increase, so this must be in 2, 4. This must be 2 and 4, basically. Next, we have the digits 3 and 4 in this pair over here, and this 4 resolves that. Now, can I tell what that digit that would be? I don't think I can really deduce that yet, but that digit is less than 4, at least 2 less than 4. So it's at most a 2, meaning it could be a 1 or a 2. Yes. Okay, that digit is also at least a 6, because it must be at least 2 from 4. But if it's at least a 6, it can't be 8 or 9, so it can only be 6 or 7, right? That digit is therefore, because this is at least a 6, this must be at least an 8. So this is an 8 or a 9. Interesting. Don't think I've ever seen fast thermos do this kind of thing before, but I think that's pretty cool. Alright, this digit is less than 5, but can't be a 4. Can't be 3 or 1 either, so it must just be 2. That gives us another triple here, which consists of, I think, not 7, 4, 6, and 8. This digit can be a 4, because it can't be greater than 3. By just 1. It can't be 4 here either, because then there will be nothing between 4 and 3. So 4 in here must be here. This 6, 8 we can deduce the order of by the thermo itself. So that's great. We need a 4 in this box. Yes, and this 4 places a 4 here. Because now those cells can be 4. That digit I think must therefore be a 2 because it must be less than 4 but can't be 1 or 3. So it must be 2. That places a 1 over here. Very nice. That digit is therefore either an 8 or a 9 just to finish the pair in this box. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's see what particularly. I guess 2 and 4 in this box would have to be in those cells, right? Because 2 and 4 can't be in those cells by column. So the only places they can go are here and here. Meaning this is also another triple. This has to be, I think, 168. That digit clearly cannot be 1 for 2 reasons. It has already a 1 in the row, and because it's at the end of the thermometer, there's nothing less than it. Okay. That will also get us a lot of triples here. Very sorry for stuttering, but this has to be... let me think about this. 379, I believe. And 3 clearly cannot be on the thermometer at all because these digits must be greater than 4. That's a 3. The thermometer will also figure out the order of digits here. This 9 also resolves it for us. Those digits are therefore, I think, 1, 5, and 6. This cannot be a 1 by this one. This 6 means that can't be a 6. But overall, nothing else we can really do there. Oh, is this a 6-7 pair? Yeah, because in this box, 6 and 7 see both of those cells. So those digits must be 6 and 7. Which means that the remaining triple in this row will be here. Sorry, those cells. Which have to be 5, 8, and 9. Doesn't really do anything for us. We get another triple here though. Which will have to be 5... 2, 3, 5. Which gives us another triple over here, which has to be, I think, a 1, 8, 9. But once again, doesn't really help us much. I think we have to look at the other thermos here. Do we? I guess it's really interesting to think about 4 length thermometers. Those are pretty constrained though. Like if you think about it, I think this is just at most a 3, right? Because you start from 9 at the very top. 9 goes down to 7, goes down to 5, goes down to 3. So this is at least a 3. At most a 3, sorry. But in fact, it can't be a 3. It can't be a 3 or a 1. So I think this must be a 2 then. Because it's at most a 3, but it can't be 3 or 1, so it's just a 2. Okay. Now, I'm not sure how exactly this would continue playing out. But if I keep going, this has to be at least a 4, this has to be at least a 6, this has to be at least an 8. So this sounds at least an 8, but because it can't be an 8, that is just a 9. And I've now realized that this 8 means that it must be a 6, so sorry for not looking for that. But yes, that is resolved. That gives us another triple over here, which has to contain 2, 4, and 5. This can't be a 4. So 4 is one of those cells here. But 4 and 5 cannot be here at all, right? Because 4 and 5 together would only differ by 1, and that wouldn't work on the thermal. So in fact, this must have a 2 on it somewhere, which will always be in the smaller box. So 2 must be here, because this is just always going to be greater than 2. This must therefore be a 5, therefore that must be a 4. This 5, like the 5's here, and I think here? No, wait, yeah, no, this 5 and this 5 are very similar in that this must therefore continue to 5, 3, 1. It must decrease by 2 each time. And that digit is at least a 7, because it can't be a 6. 7 and 9 in this case would make that an 8, which resolves this 1, 8 pair. Cool, that leaves us with another pair here, consisting of I think 2 and 6. This 2 tells us where 2 is. That only has one option, because between 2 and 6, 4 is the only one that differs from both of them by at least 2. So it's a 4. This 2 resolves this 2, 4 pair. That digit would therefore be a 6, giving us another triple over here. I think that has to be 479. Sorry, 479. That can't be a 4. That can't be a 9. Cool. We can probably do more though. Like 1 here means 1 must be in this cell in this box. 9 can't be in that cell. That gives us a 5, 8 pair over here. This 8 will resolve that. So 5 goes here, 8 goes here. This 8 gives us a 9 here, and therefore this is a 5. This 8 also resolves this 8, 9 pair, which means that digit now can't be a 7, because they must differ by at least 2. So this must be a 6, that must be a 7, giving us a 9 down here. 9. Jeez. Okay, what else? 5 is not in that cell. Okay, nice chocolate teapot. Very helpful. 2, 3 gives us a 5 here. Those digits cannot be 5. Oh, another triple. I didn't see that. I think this has to be 3, 7, 8. 7, 8 means that is just a 3. I don't think we can resolve this yet. This also cannot resolve. Okay, so regular Sudoku now, huh? Let's try to work out some digits here before we start looking at triples. Like, for example, a digit we haven't seen in these pairs yet. Because in general, if you want to look for like easier digits to find, right? Generally what pairs do is they sort of like make the waters a bit more murky by adding ambiguity. So what you want to do is you want to find digits that are not included in here. So for example, if I look hard enough, I'll realize that 9 is not a digit that is in any of these cells here. And I can therefore try to find where 9 goes in this box. And sure enough, the 9s here will tell me that 9 can really only be in that cell. Now this is actually our key to solving it, because in this column we finally get a triple consisting of 4, 7, and 6. My brain just didn't work for a second there. This 4, 6 gives us 7 here, which resolves basically everything. This 6 resolves this entire triple actually, wow. And this 7 resolves this 7, 8. So yeah, that's how I generally like to solve final states. It's one small deduction, which might be a bit hard to spot if you just kind of look at each digit on their own. But using the existing clues that you have made, you can sort of get an idea of what you should be looking for instead. Okay, this must be a 5 and an 8 that is resolvable. And we're just down a lot of pairs. I think this is this resolvable yet? No, apparently not. Okay, this has to be 1, 3. Yeah, that resolves, which does resolve this thing up here. This must therefore be 2 and 4, which does resolve, solving the puzzle in 10 minutes and 42 seconds. Nice. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.